When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Clemson Tigers, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going.
Game underway.
And he's going to bring this one out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Handoff to the single back. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
It was a really nice play there. The thing I like about this guy, too, his versatility. He's not just good running the ball, but he can catch and he can block. And you think about all the greats they've had at the position in recent years. Versatility at the running back position, being an every down back. And that's exactly what this guy embodies.
Wants to throw on first down. Intercepted in the first drive. Ends with a pick. He's brought down. A short return to the defense. Comes out on top with a pick.
What a dream opening drive for this defense, man. You want to create some negative plays, create some energy. They do just that. They create the turnover. They set their offense up. Got even a little bit of a return with it, but that's a dream start for this defense.
He wants to change this route. Scanning the field, it's Russell. That's caught. It's Adams.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on second and short. The RPO, it's complete. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
This is a very tough slot receiver to cover if you're a linebacker because of how quick and how shifty he is. You never seem to know which way he's going, and he always seems to create an open space for his QB.
They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Alabama!
A big question mark for this offense coming into the year, guys. Who could score touchdowns? Who are going to be their biggest playmakers on offense? This guy scored in the first game. He's off to a great start in this one with that touchdown. This guy looks like the real deal.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk after the 30-yard line. Let's take a second and talk about Clemson. I'm sure you guys saw what a get in recruiting. 4-star defensive lineman gave them a verbal commitment just last week.
Yeah, you can't get enough of these guys, man. And they're excited because you've got to play so many defensive linemen. This is the guy that's going to come in, be in the rotation early and often.
to fire on second down. They're working that left side. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
Those corner routes are really, really good versus cover two. You know, the corner's playing zone coverage, and that receiver can push up the field and really break out between the safety and the corner, and had a lot of success on that one.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. A little release to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. You just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Tide of noise on Saban Field here on 3rd down. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Throws for the tight end. Working the big fella to the corner. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 and the 38, and these guys are on the move. This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. They'll move the wide receiver. To the air on first down. Finds his back in the middle. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Trying to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Gets the back moving. Back to pass on second down. Using the quick game. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
You want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise. Backing this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. And they'll miss the connection here on third down.
And on that third down play, there just wasn't any timing between the quarterback and his intended target. As a result, ball falls incomplete, setting up fourth.
It's 4th down and 6, and they'll try to convert. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. On the run, still looking. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
And defensively, you've got to know this guy, man. He's got some wheels to him. He'll get outside the pocket. You can't let him outside the cage. Those ends have to do a good job of keeping contained. When you lose it, this is what happens. He can get outside, can scramble, and can get first downs.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. The give to the back.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback may change this route. To the air, it's Russell. He's got it down the middle. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the 1st period. We've reached the break, and Alabama has the lead. And we've come to the end of the 1st as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the 2nd. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. A designed run for the quarterback. Stopped right at the 42-yard line as this defense forces a 4th down.
And you can tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll open.
Deep shot for the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. The running back has it. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out the quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last 2 drives. The best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the defense is aware of that right now, loading the box. Everybody up front is ready for the run.
It's complete on the right side. He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line.
Man, a great job by the QB, finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the 1st down.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's got the back in the middle. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there. Just keep giving him the easy catches until they do something to stop it.
Yeah, you're going to dictate to the defense. You're going to make the defense cover him up, and then obviously it leaves the middle of the field a little bit more wide open for receiver, for a tight end. So QB keeps making the right decision, getting the ball to running back, and he's making plays.
Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. He's going to run it, and he will wisely scamper out of bounds. No need to take unnecessary hits.
Man, this defense has their hands full today because not only do they have to worry about the running backs and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of plays like that. Not a huge explosive play, but he showed you the athleticism, and he showed you he has the ability to hurt.
Gashes the heart of the knee. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
This guy just is so comfortable running routes, and he has such a good feel for those soft spots on defense there. They're playing zone coverage, so he's able to find that pocket, make it easy on his quarterback, and they pick up the 1st down.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to throw on 1st down. Takes the easy throw in the flat. Turning it on. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Fires to the tight end. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Clemson! They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And he made the extra point without problem. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Colorado is ahead early in Boulder, but that's not exactly Cordell Stewart out there. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by 7 over Florida. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. From the gun, running back gets the gift. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Man, how about that defense? On the snap, they are in the backfield with great penetration. Nowhere to go for the running back. That defense was sitting on G, waiting on O.
Just going to keep it after the snap. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Russell. Sends it downfield. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He's got it. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. First play of the drive wants to throw. Gonna let it fly. Grabs it up to 25 in stride. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. That big play has this defense reeling, and now they'll snap it 1st and 10 from the 14. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Right on the money. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. They'll run it from the gun. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Dropping back, it's Russell. Oh, does he turn that loose down the middle. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. He's not afraid to go deep. Oh, he can't hang on. Almost had the interception, and this guy makes so many big plays, but couldn't come up with that one. It'll be fourth down. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the returner will be dragged down. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the tight end. Still on his feet at the 45. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can stop the clock.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Wants to throw on first down. Might be looking to run. Now he'll throw back into the middle. Hauls it in down the sideline. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense first and goal from the 7.
Well, this offense has shown you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they've completely flipped the field.
After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. Makes the grab on the left. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. They keep pushing forward now, back to work on second and goal from the 6. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to throw for it on third and goal. They'll run the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Ready to start the second half, and Clemson will kick it away. From inside the 15, here comes the return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Offense rolls onto the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments. They've got to find a way to run the ball at least some. Breaks into the open. Got the first down and more. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And that's exactly how you draw it up. And that's why the option's so hard to stop. QB, man, draw the defense in. Look at me. I'm the first option. Bam. Next thing you know, he pitches it, gets a positive gain down the field.
Alabama just did work on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to it. Back to pass, it's Russell. He's going for it all. Makes the grab at the 10. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers.
Touchdown time! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And this offense gets another passing touchdown. I tell you what, week 1 this connection worked. Week 2 this connection working again. Tell you what, if I'm a defense, I'm going to start focusing in on that guy because they want to find him and make big plays.
And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the third. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. Gets it past the marker. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
Man, what a finish we could have. Tie game, 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Wide open downfield. Oh, he's got some space. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Wide receiver going in motion. To the air on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Got a good one going here. All tied up in the 3rd. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw again. He's got him. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
Here comes Clemson with another 1st down. They're in the red zone and they'll pass it. Swings it out to the flat. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
He makes a grab. Touchdown, Tigers. And that one will give him the lead.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Makes the grab. It's Young. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Looking to the big tight end. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
And I tell you what, we've kind of gotten to the point where we expect QBs to be robots and just never to miss and always put it right on the face mask or right on the numbers. And right there, you could tell he just missed a little bit off, and I guarantee he's tapped.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up.
And this guy showing off his hands again, understanding where the football's going. He breaks on the football so quick. And guess what? He makes plays when he breaks on it. That's 2 interceptions here through 3/4 of a football game.
Some belief in that running game as they pick up 5 to the 35-yard line.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Tigers. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The old saying is pick your poison. Both of them are lethal when you deal with this guy. He fits that Clemson quarterback mold.
That's what stinks. So, yeah, I got to come up and worry about his legs and make sure I bring a safety down to be aggressive in stopping this Clemson running attack, and then he throws it over my head. So tough to defend when you get all the speed, the running game going, the tempo, and then a quarterback that can run and throw. Good luck. 14.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the returner is stopped. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. The give on the inside. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not in. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Solid run, picks up 6 and gets it to the 28. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the third quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. So we open the final period with a third down play. On the move, it's Young. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
This offense is going to try and grind their way to a win now, and they're going to start force-feeding this guy the football, too. He's made a few plays earlier in this game, but now in the fourth quarter, it's about force-feeding him, getting some push up front, and just icing this thing.
That defense is about getting off the football. I mean, that defensive line can be disruptive, get in the backfield right away, and mess up those pullers actions on those counter plays. It can be really advantageous for the defense. Great job by the defense being hyperactive.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looks as if he's going to run it. There he goes. At the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
This quarterback is so unique, and he's so special because of his running ability, his wiggle, his speed, and his burst in the open field. He's like a running back playing the quarterback position, and he shows you that on that play.
Lining up to add another. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Always expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Ohio State found a way to pick up the W, and a win is a win, but this was not the type of convincing victory they've gotten used to in Columbus. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in goal.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
The Tigers can really attack on this second and short. Motion from the back. Back to pass. Got his man. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, that's one the offense would love to have back. That's a play they practice over and over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep, not able to connect there.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Sends it back in motion. He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Got his man out of the backfield. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in the game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
These men stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Quickly complete. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that here on a critical 3rd down late in the game with the lead. Guess who shows up with another big one? That guy.
Clemson set up with another 1st down. He's got him in the flat. Breaks the tackle.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they did. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
And the Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
The Tide crowd rolling noise down onto Saban Field on 3rd down. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. The tag. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Tigers.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Adams. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes that Alabama offense. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
They'll try to get outside. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
Man, this defense just has so much speed. You saw it on that 3rd down play. The offense is trying to get a quick one, see if they can get a block and maybe spring a guy free, but the pursuit, wow, that was so good defensively.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He will not pick up the first down. The desperation play, and that one might have sealed their fate.
And that just about does it. That about puts this thing to bed. The offense, listen, they had to go for it, but now defense, this is the situation when you say,
turning it on! Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
He'll toss it. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
And we've already seen this QB have success throwing the football down the field. How about the variety to his game? Now you run the option, you make the right read, get it to your pitch man where he can get upfield.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Clemson.
I gotta say, the mental toughness that this team is showing early this season is real impressive. And going down the field and scoring on that last possession, putting themselves in position here to go 2-0, they're answering the bell. This team has leadership on both sides of the ball. Very, very impressive.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Well, you don't see this very often. So much for fighting until the bitter end as they'll take the unvictory formation. After not getting a thing done on first down, it's 2nd and long from the 24. A run for the quarterback. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team coming to fruition. You just get the sense they're finding out who they are, what they're about, what they're going to do schematically, and who their big playmakers are.
Which is tough to do, right? It's tough to grow throughout a season and understand who you are. But when you stack wins week after week on top of each other and start to have success, you start to grow as an identity and you start to understand who you are.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.